And we're live! How's it going, fellow young Cavs? Zach here, and I am super excited to be watching the Smash reaction with you. I don't know what I was gonna say. I was gonna start that weird. I've been up all night. Give me a break. So, I like to go live a little early just so we can get our speculation in. With that being said, let me tweet this out or retweet. It automatically posts that we're live now. But yeah, so I see there's some people watching already, which is awesome. Let me know in the comments if you're watching this live, who you think we're going to see, who you would like to see, some of the ideas that you have. Because whoever it is, I am ready for it. I'm hoping Sora. I don't know if anyone's seen the 3 that he's doing. And this is like so far out. What's up, Mason? Yo, what up, CJ Destroyer? Good to see you guys. Glad you guys are in here. But I don't know if you guys saw this is like some 2011 Illuminati conspiracy triangles everywhere thing. But they're saying that that's the Kingdom Hearts 3 logo in his hand. So that'd be interesting. And now I'm going to just double check that my audio is coming through clear. I'm assuming so because I see, Mason, you're in the chat and you didn't say, like, we can't hear you. So my level's good. Thumbs up, thumbs down. I hope it's a thumbs up. Okay, sweet, you can't hear me. Dude, I would go nuts if we got Crash. Okay, so my top 5 that I'm thinking that I would love Genos. I would love Crash. Of course, Sora, because he's my dude. And then Master Chief or Doom Guy. Spyro is honorable mentions. But I'm just like, what if it's someone out of left field? What if it's a new character that, like, doesn't even exist? You know, like, until now. Anything? I'm streaming this too. Oh, you're streaming this too? That's what's up. Are you just starting at 8 in that case, CJ? Everybody does the 3 in their games. Or yeah, I know. It's straight up like that. Like, oh, there's like a triangle in the background, like under the table leg makes a triangle, and they go into Windows Paint and they draw it in. But no, I would love to see that, or even a game announcement. Because I don't know if have we seen any of those in the other ones where they introduce the character in Smash and then after that they follow it up with like, oh, by the way, they're in here because their game is being ported to the Switch. I think that would be awesome. I'm just going to lean forward really quick and I'm going to interact with the video so that way I think we're good. Because I see the countdown says 71 minutes. It's not counting, so I just want to make sure that we're set there. Okay, so I'm actually just going to refresh that whole thing. Refresh current cache of page. Alright, and then from there I'll interact with it. I'm still learning the ropes of OBS and all this stuff. Alright, there we go. Okay, so if we get within like 2 minutes of it and it hasn't started doing a countdown or whatever, then I'll mess with it again. But for now I think we're good. It should autoplay. Yeah, Sakurai really shut down, like, being able to predict who it was, like when he did Piranha Plant. Yes, that's exactly what I was about to say. Everyone was like, it better be so-and-so, it better be so-and-so, and then it was like, oh, guess what? Piranha Plant. It's gonna be somebody everybody either really wants or doesn't know they want, right? Okay, so let's see. If I had to pick somebody... Alright, my out of left field character that I would love to see that I don't think anybody has said is Lanky Kong from Donkey Kong 64. Any of the Kongs from Donkey Kong 64. I think that would be awesome. Or even Cranky. Like, no one would see Cranky Kong coming. And fun fact, Cranky Kong is... Oh, why didn't that post? Sorry, my stuff's being all weird. Cranky Kong is the original Donkey Kong from Donkey Kong the arcade. People think that it's the current Donkey Kong, but he's actually his grandson. Cranky Kong is the villain of the OG Donkey Kong game, which is pretty cool. There it is. With comment. What should I say on this Twitter post? Just say I'm live now, making Smash predictions. Yeah, let's do it. I'm live now, making my final Smash predictions, and will be reacting to the announcement. Come say hi! Exclamation point. Yo, I would go nuts if it was Captain Toad. I'm live now, making sure. Okay, sweet. Just making sure my autocorrect wasn't like saying like F you Nintendo or anything crazy like that. I don't know why it would. But we got 9 minutes to go, guys. I should have put a counter in the corner of the video, but too little too late. Is it? Yes, it is. Because my camera's right here. That'd be a good thumbnail. But I already made one. I should have put a counter in the corner of the video, but if I try to do that now, you would just see my face like... So, we'll just leave well enough alone. And I'm just going to double check my audio. Is it? Yes, it is. Okay, cool. And then the game audio should come through just fine as well. Yeah, I would love Captain Toad. Let's see who else. Ooh, Woolly Yoshi or Yarn Kirby, which Kirby's Epic Yarn is like the most slept on Wii game. Kirby's Epic Yarn was amazing. It just wasn't hard. Everyone was like, this game sucks, it's so easy. No, it's fun. Kirby games are supposed to be fun. And if you actually tried to 100% it, it got a lot harder. But so I would like, yeah, I think I would be down with like Epic Yarn Kirby or Woolly World Yoshi. Also, too, there's no rules. Like, they update and patch the game all the time. So, who's to say it couldn't be Waluigi? Like, it 100% could be Waluigi, and they could patch out the assist trophy. That would be epic. It would be like, Waluigi #1! And I was thinking about Waluigi's moveset would have to just be all sports stuff. Because Wario exists on his own. You know, he's a parody of Mario, but he has his own games. Oh yeah, he is sort of a skin already. But not Kirby. So, let's see that one happen. Or Dry Bowser. I don't know how... Or Dry Bones. Yeah, Dry Bones would be cool, and so would Dry Bowser. Why am I enunciating the bones so much? I'm like, or Dry Bones. Okay, let's see. Who else can we come up with? Who else off the wall? I don't think we're going to see any more Pokemon right now. Unless... No, okay, so I'm gonna start streaming Sword and Shield this week. So I haven't actually played it yet. Specifically Shield. Shield's the one I bought. Which my GameStop's going out of business, which sucks. But also too, really cheap games and awesome posters. I don't know if you guys can see behind me. Like, and then in the corner there's the... And just for reference on how big like this Link's Awakening poster is. Ta-da! And it still goes all the way down to about here behind the couch. You just can't see that. So yeah, I got those, and I got the ones in the corner, which this one is falling down. Which is weird because I taped it up. Anyways. But yeah, so I'm gonna start streaming Shield this week. So I haven't actually played it, so I don't know how the DLC works that they were talking about. Is every single character out already? Did that patch happen? Or did it not happen? Because I could see it being a Pokemon that nobody knows. If the patch didn't happen, I could see it being a brand new Pokemon that no one's ever heard of. that will be announced in the DLC for Sword and Shield. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, no more Pokemon or Fire Emblem. No, I agree. I'm set with my Pokemon. Unless, let's see. What Pokemon would I love to play as? No, yeah, I'm pretty set with the Pokemon. Okay, 3.5 minutes. Let's see, who else? Zombie Ganon that we have from Breath of the Wild 2. That'd be pretty cool. Okay, but no, so I'm rooting for Sora. I've been rooting for Sora since day one. Kingdom Hearts 3 is the reason I bought a PS4, even though I already had an Xbox One, because it just wouldn't be right to play Kingdom Hearts on this controller instead of a PlayStation controller. So I bought a PS4 Pro just so I could play it the right way, because that's my game. That's my childhood. Okay, we're getting closer. I'm so excited. All right, so I'm rooting for Sora, or even just anybody from Kingdom Hearts. That would be cool. Mickey Mouse. Keyblade Mickey Mouse would be awesome. Yeah, Fortnite characters I'm fine with. Like, I'm completely fine with Fortnite guy, like the main avatar. Well, that's super weird. So I don't think I've ever liked or commented on any of Mitt Romney, the politician's posts, but my Facebook just gave me a notification that I've been recognized as one of his top fans. So that's interesting. But what in the world, man? Oh, man. What if they straight up announce, like, the next fighter pass, at the end of this? And, like, how many... I'm sure they wouldn't announce the characters. They might announce one or two. Who really knows? Like, do you think... Anybody think that they're going to announce the Fight Pass? Fight Pass 2? Or Fighter Pass? I keep saying Fight Pass. I would love, let's see, that would be like the best way to do it, in my opinion, is name some left field character or even a divisive character where people might be like, but then right as it seems like it's about to end, all of a sudden, challenger approaching, and then it shows like the first 2 or 3 people from the next Fight Pass, and it's like crowd favorites that everybody's asking for. I think that would be super dope. Okay, 1 minute. Let's refresh this now. I'm a little skeptical, so I'm going to interact with this. Can I refresh it in the page? I just gotta do this, I guess. Interact. Okay, we were good. It should be any minute now, right? Like, I'm not crazy and not doing something right. Like, that's straight up like... Oh, there it is. Okay, we're good.
Hello everyone, I'm Masahiro Sakurai, director of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate from Sora Limited.
He's gonna play all 4 of those controllers at once.
We'll be
one
using
in each hand
today's
and one in the
showcase to
feet.
give you a first look at our next DLC fighter.
With no pre-announcement.
Actually, hardly anyone knows what we'll be announcing today, even among Nintendo staff worldwide.
What?
The development
keeping
team
this a
and
big
other
secret.
stakeholders have been working on this fighter with the utmost secrecy. which means other Nintendo staff around the globe will only start making preparations for release.
How can
after the
Nintendo
showcase
staff
has been
not even know
broadcast.
about this? That is
So
crazy.
it won't be available right away.
Let me make
Please
sure that we're
understand
getting
it will take a little time. I think even many Nintendo employees will be surprised to see this
Okay,
and say,
sweet.
wow,
We're
really?
getting the right audio. All right, last chance for your
Let's all
guesses.
share in the fun of getting our hands on the latest information.
Okay, Mickey Mouse. Let's go with Kingdom Hearts
However,
Mickey Mouse.
even if you say, that's
my
not
final.
the character I was picturing, I hope you don't have any hard feelings.
Kingdom Hearts Mickey Mouse. That's
We
who I'm
prepared
going
a
for.
fighter reveal video. Once it starts, I think you'll figure out who it is pretty quickly. Now, let's do this.
Okay, so it's a known character. It's not a made-up person. All right. Master Chief. Final guess. Master Chief. Master Chief. Yo! Oh man, I thought it was Kylo Ren. I saw that sword, and I thought it was Kylo Ren.
Come to unleash the forbidden spell of Zaharas upon our enemies.
What were you thinking, charging right into an enemy's trap? As you and I are one, I too am trapped within this void. In time, our hearts and minds will cease to be. Are you prepared to die?
I don't know who these people are.
I thought as much. I also do not wish to die. And yet... there is no other choice.
Man,
You
I thought
must
it was
join
Kylo Ren.
Smash. Join Smash Brothers already! What in the world are you waiting for?
I still don't know who these people are.
So joining Smash consumes even the darkness itself.
If I knew who this was, I'd probably be hyped. So I'm assuming it's a Fire Emblem character since he's beating up all the Fire Emblem characters. So what's the moveset
So
gonna
you
look like?
return, and sooner than expected. I see. Too many swordsmen, are there? And you wield the sword as well? What will you do? Huh. So that is how you plan to win the day?
I don't know who any of these
So be
people
it.
are.
I reward your cleverness this time.
So this person has multiple... They have multiple modes that they can fight as. They can be a swordsman, or they can also be not a swordsman.
How is this?
Okay, so 3 different classes, kind of like the original Pokemon. Is this how this works? Like the original Pokemon trainer? There's the swordsman class, the archer class, and another class.
Of anyone, you should be able to handle the hero's relics. With Areadbhar, strike with superior reach.
Okay, it's still a sword.
Use Amir's overwhelming power.
These are all still swords. I don't care if they're not actually swords. They're gonna play like
Unleash the
swords.
blinding speed of Failnaught,
That's an arrow, of course, but
along with the sword of the creator. Each weapon matches a direction.
okay, that's pretty cool. I still have no clue who this person is. Does anybody know who this
Your will
is?
and mine be
I
now
have no
as
clue who
one.
this is.
To you, both sides of time are revealed. Through Smash, show the world.
Okay, that's a good audio level. Just double checking. I always get so nervous that it's not. Okay, so it's from 3 houses. Okay. I have not played one Fire Emblem game. Oh, but 3 houses is the mobile one, right? So that's like a brand new. It's a brand new mobile
There you
character.
have it. Byleth from Fire Emblem 3 Houses is joining the battle. Fire Emblem Three Houses was released just last summer, so it's still very new. Even so, you'll soon be able to play as them in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This release is planned for January 28th. You'll have instant access if you have the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass, and it will also be available for purchase individually. In case you're
It's
not
another
familiar
swordsman.
with Fire Emblem or Three Houses, I'll explain a few things, so don't worry.
Okay,
First
let's
off,
see how
what
many
is Fire
unique,
Emblem?
actually unique moves there are. That's what I care
It's
about.
really hard to pronounce in Japanese. The producer said it's okay if I just say Fire Emblem. But when writing it, if you don't write Fire Emblem, the Fire Emblem police will come and get you, so please be careful. The series' first entry launched in
love
Japan on the
Sakurai's
Famicom
jokes,
in
man.
1990.
With the
You
laugh
could say
track.
it was a pioneer in the genre of tactical role-playing games. You might be wondering what makes it particularly tactical. Well, it's tactical in that it simulates combat. You can think of it as moving pieces in a board game. Or in other words, a game
I just want to
in
know
which
what
you
the
advance
moveset
units
is.
across a grid in
Because
battle.
if you can interchange weapons and have a complete moveset for
When we
each
talk
weapon,
about tactical games of that
this
era,
becomes
there were
like,
lots of ones in which you command tanks,
potentially the best
aircraft, and so on.
character.
But Fire Emblem was unique because each unit
because
was
it
a
said he
specific
said every
character,
direction
sort
is
of
a
like in
specific
role-playing games.
is a specific weapon. But does that mean like side B is one weapon,
Plus,
up B is another,
something
and
made
down
it
B is
stand
another,
out
or
from
does it
other
mean
Nintendo products.
you straight up can change the
Characters were
classes
permanently
on,
down.
like on the D-pad, you know, like
It's pretty
up
direct
on the
language
D-pad,
though,
down
so
on the
perhaps
D-pad.
we should just
Like,
say they're sleeping with the fishes.
I want to
But
see
really,
the
if a
moves.
character fell in battle, you lose that unit. They'd be gone and you couldn't use them again.
Honestly, this is smart. This is gonna make me download Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Recent entries in the series
So-
maintain this concept of permadeath to some degree in classic mode and what have you. But a lot of games now allow strategic withdrawals, so to speak. In the older games, your units would really be gone, never to be mentioned again. Scary. The game's stories are told like chronicles of war, with increasingly distinct characters and engrossing scenarios.
Okay.
Several characters also appear in the Super Smash Bros. Series, and 6 of the 7 can use a counterattack. It's their
Talking
down
a
special.
lot about Fire Emblem.
There's actually a reason for this. When I was considering how to incorporate Fire Emblem fighters into Super
Which makes
Smash
sense.
Bros.
You
Melee,
talked a lot
I thought
about-
it might be
about,
interesting to reflect the
Terry
turn-based nature of the
and
original
like
game.
his history and
First
the
comes your
history of
opponent's turn.
Fatal Fury.
They attack and you
So-
counter. Next comes your turn.
I'm just impatient. I just really wanna see the moves.
And now, Fire Emblem Three Houses is the 17th game in the series.
But no, this is gonna make me download Fire Emblem Three
People
Houses.
who aren't
This
Japanese
is a
in
smart
particular
move
might be thinking, 17 games? There are that many?
because
Well, if you include Fire Emblem Heroes
You
in
know,
the
the
remakes,
Switch,
but you don't include the
especially after the
Satellaview
holiday
game,
season,
Tokyo
it's
Mirage
just such a
Sessions,
powerhouse
Sharp
with
FE,
millions and
Fire
millions of
Emblem
people
Warriors,
owning it,
then it comes out to 17
who all
games.
probably don't have.
Let's try
who
saying
most,
them in the
I would
Fire
say
Emblem
most
Can You
people
Say It
that own a
challenge.
Switch don't have Three Houses.
I'll give it a try.
So that advertises your game to everybody. That's a lot of games. I didn't know there were that many. Honestly, this right here makes me feel better about how many Fire Emblem characters there are. Because it's like,
There you go,
there's
17.
17 games.
So you saw how I was counting in a weird way, right? I was counting in binary. This is 0. Fold this here and you get 1, and then you get 2.
Kidding me?
Then 2 plus 1 equals 3. So, this
Dude,
would
what?
be
That
4,
is such
5,
a troll
6,
move.
7,
Oh my
and 8.
gosh.
And
I
then
love
you get
it.
16. Add 1 and you get 17. Awesome, isn't it?
That's such a
You
troll
can actually
move.
count up to 31 on one hand. And if you use both hands, you can count all the way up to 1023.
Dude, that is the greatest troll of all time.
If you've given up counting the knots in a tatami mat, you
He
could always
knows
give it a go.
how much everybody is waiting for a Kingdom Hearts 3
What
character.
is Fire Emblem Three Houses? In Japanese, the male version of the main character is called Bereto and the female version is called Beresu, but in English they share the same name, Byleth.
That's
Byleth
amazing.
becomes a professor who ends up leading one of 3 academic houses. Once you've chosen a house, you guide them through their school life, and, well, you end up fighting the other houses. After a certain incident, 5 years pass, and you meet up with your grown-up students to battle against
I mean,
the other houses
like I said,
in
I'm
their
gonna
region.
download it,
It's a very sad game
but
in which your
Mario
former
Kart
allies
Tour
become
takes up
enemies,
a
turn
lot
hostile,
of my
and try to
time.
kill you.
So we'll see.
To understand the concept
But
of
no,
Fire
like,
Emblem Three
this
Houses,
right here is
I played an
evidence
early
why
version
that's
of
a
the
good
game before its
character.
release. I've done the same thing before with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, for example.
I'm one of many people who's gonna download Three Houses
because
now.
I couldn't wait until launch to experience it, or we'd have never made it in time. For that title, I borrowed an early version of the game for 2 days, ran around all the areas, saw the ending, and realized for the first time, I guess we can't really have Breath of the Wild's Princess Zelda as a fighter.
I don't believe him. I
I
think we're
did the
getting
same
Breath
this
of the
time,
Wild,
but with
Princess
there being
Zelda.
3 houses and multiple endings, it was really hard to get a feel for it.
I don't know, the way that was...
And of course, there weren't any walkthroughs I could reference.
I think we're gonna get Zelda as a fighter in the next
The
fighter
game
pass.
has multiple
for
routes,
Breath of
and
the
the
Wild.
outcome of each is very different. Your experience will vary depending on the route you choose, and many of the characters you meet will adopt different roles in the story. I'll try to avoid spoilers when I'm talking about the fighter. I hope you'll understand. Before my demonstration, I should point out that when I did the Terry Bogard showcase video, I mentioned that it was recorded a month in advance. But this time, we have to account for the holidays and such, so we're filming 2 months in advance of this video's release.
Holy
Right now,
cow.
it's actually November. Therefore, some of what I'm about to show you might differ a bit from the finished version. As
That's
always,
so
I'm using a
interesting.
special in-game
Look-
camera and such for
Look
demonstration
how much he
purposes.
tweaks these games. Look how much
Here I
work
go.
Sakurai puts into this. It's 2 months before the character's gonna come out, and he's like, the moves might be different. Okay. This is what I've been waiting for, though.
So, this is our new fighter, Byleth. Sadly, they're lacking in mobility. It's maybe a bit better than Robin's, but that's about all you can say for them. Throws are not their strong point either. Their grab lacks range. But actually, you could say that they're distance demon. The hero's relic they use changes depending on the direction you input with the stick. Each of the hero's relics is a weapon that appears in Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Okay, so it's
They
not
look
like they
like
have all
bones,
these
and
different
there's a reason for
movesets.
that.
So
First,
these are
let's
all
talk
like
about the
direct
weapon
attacks.
Byleth uses for upward inputs. The
These are
Sword of
all
the
just like
Creator.
one-way attacks.
The
Seriously?
Sword of the Creator here
This
is
is
Byleth's
interesting.
default weapon. They use it for flurry attacks and tilt attacks, such as down tilt attacks, where it takes the form of a whip. They also use the sword for dash attacks and other moves. For their up smash attack, they'll whip the sword upward to launch enemies in the air.
Yo,
for their
this
up
is
air
so
attack.
interesting.
They'll wave the whip sword overhead. The hit detection for this attack lasts for a relatively long time. The up special move is really something. The sword extends like this, allowing you
That's
to do
range.
things like this.
But you're staying on the ground. Whoa!
It was pretty terrifying how I knocked him into the air with that attack. And in addition,
Yo! That's got recovery
awful
and
things
meteor
like
smash
this.
in one move? That's got
that
recovery and
said,
meteor
you'll launch
smash in
opponents
one move?
upward until their damage reaches a certain percentage. Exceed that percentage and you'll need to be careful. You may find it helpful to mid-air dodge.
Wait,
I've already shown this, but you
I don't
can also
understand.
use
How
it
does
to
it
latch onto edges. So that's the up special. Now, for the sideways inputs. This is Areadbhar, the same name as the weapon from Celtic mythology. First, we'll go through the forward and back air attacks. As you can see, they have a long reach. Like so. Marth's air attack keeps opponents in check too, right?
dude, that up B was so dangerous. So even if the rest of these moves
If Byleth does the same
are
thing,
pretty
you'd
much
win
one
out,
directional,
so you should be able
you
to
know,
beat it.
like that
Next,
up
the
B
side smash attack. This also has a
keeps
long
them
range.
in front of you.
It'll
You know what I
connect even
mean?
from
Like
here. Also, if you add an upward tilt, it will be stronger. And if you've knocked an opponent down, the
This
side
is-
attack won't hit unless you add a downward tilt to aim for them.
Okay. So I feel like if you're
By
a
the way,
noob
the
at
tip of the
Smash,
lance is more powerful.
okay, I
The
thought
shaft
so
part
because
is
we saw
weaker.
the sparkle.
So
Seems
it's
like
not
there's
suited to
always
close
whenever
combat.
there's a sparkle, that's when the move's the most
It won't
powerful.
deal much damage, and it won't launch opponents far.
So I feel like if you're
That's why,
if you're
as a rule,
amateurs and you're playing
you
other
want to hit
amateurs,
with the blade part aimed upward.
this is a good spam character.
down
If that
blade.
makes sense. Like you're gonna if you go online and you're just
Next,
like
the
super
side
casual
special
at
move.
Smash. I feel like this is a pretty good character if you're matched up against
Byleth
other
will simply
casuals.
swing the
Like
lance
it's
like
gonna
this. But again, it has
like,
excellent reach.
be with that range.
For example,
and
even when your opponent is
how
at this
sweeping
distance,
some of these
it'll
moves
still
are.
hit.
But then I feel like to play competitively, I feel like Byleth's gonna suck
Actually, you can do a
until
smash
you're
attack to charge
like
forward a little.
an expert.
Like this.
If that makes sense. Like I feel like it's hard to get really good at Byleth, but
But as
like
you'd
if you
expect,
put
it can be
time in
easily
and
shielded,
practice,
so be careful.
then it might be crazy OP.
Use it in midair and you'll carve up a large area.
That's a huge area.
Returning to the side air attacks from earlier, they have great horizontal reach, but they lack verticality. So this complements it well,
Yeah, see,
although you'll be vulnerable when you land.
but if you do that right before you
Now,
land,
for the
you should
downward
be able to
impacts.
keep your landing pretty safe.
For these, Byleth will use an axe called Emir. It's named after a weapon that appears in Ugaritic myth. First, the down air attack. It really is strong. You can try for a meteor effect with this attack. Next is the down smash attack.
So that's multiple meteor
Heavy swing
smashes.
of the axe, back and forth. As you can see, it has a great deal of launch power. And for the down special,
Yo, I bet you could combo that
Byleth channels
with
all their
the
energy
with the
into a
upbeat
devastating strike.
when you get
It's a bold
So
move,
you knock them
similar
up
to
with
the
that
Failnaught.
originally,
But here's
then you
what
get
makes
them with
it
the
different.
whip come up. That's like you can
When readying the move,
can
there's a
chain
super
a
armor
sick
effect,
combo together with that.
which allows you to withstand an attack.
Super armor
Just
at
so
the
you know,
start of a
if you
move.
execute
Okay.
a Falcon Punch at about the same time,
Yo!
it's
What?
a bit slower than the Falcon Punch, but due to the super armor effect, you have the advantage. Unless you get grabbed. Another notable aspect is that it lets you pass through platforms. While you're charging up, you can breeze past platforms like this to reach a lower area. It won't let
That's
you
good.
jump, but you could use it as a surprise attack.
Yeah. No, that's
Also, you can turn around during the move.
okay. So
The
at
swing
first I was
takes a while.
thinking
So if an opponent runs behind
I
you
changed
during
my
the
mind.
move, you can quickly change direction.
I said if you practice, you would
Even
get
though
really
it can
good,
be hard to land a hit with this
but
move,
until you
it
master
can be really
Byleth,
effective when used against a group
be a
of
pretty
opponents.
like kind of a pretty weak tier character.
Plus, even if
I've
you fail
changed my
to land
mind
a
after
direct
this. I
hit,
think
any opponents on the ground nearby will
I
still
think
be launched a little.
without practice, this is a B tier character.
It's as
I
if the
think
Quake
with
move around
practice,
launches.
I mean, I have to actually play with him and her. But I
By
feel
the
like
way,
with
earlier
practice,
I talked a little
Byleth
bit about the
is
other
an S
Fire Emblem
tier.
characters' moves.
I feel like Byleth is
I don't
definitely an
recommend
S
using
tier
this
if you
down
practice.
special against fighters from the Fire Emblem series, because you'll just get loads of counters.
Yo,
It
okay.
hits with that much power in a single attack. Counters can actually multiply the power of blocked attacks, and using easily anticipated attacks like this.
That's
you
from
just get hit
zero.
by counter
That's from
after counter.
okay, good. So that's a nerf right there.
Next, we have the neutral moves. The bow you use is called Failnaught, which shares its name with the bow from the Knights of the Round Table. It only appears in a few neutral moves. You've got the neutral air attack. This attack is similar to a move of Pit's and other fighters like him. It lets you spin the weapon around.
Okay.
It's also easy to create certain combos with it.
Range isn't crazy on that, but it gets all sides, so that's
And
fine.
with the neutral special, you'll let loose an arrow. It seems pretty straightforward, right? But there are a few
you
noteworthy
steer it?
aspects to this bow. First, the biggest difference between this bow and Link's is that once you enter the command, you can keep charging until it's ready. You can't release it partway through the charge, so when it does fire, the arrow travels at high speed. It's
Okay.
also very powerful.
So there's a
That
couple
said,
nerfs in
You
here.
can still cancel out of the stance using the shield button. You can also change direction while in the stance. It
Okay.
works up until this point,
I feel
but
like that's good for some surprise attacks too.
keep holding the button. You'll
Is the
unleash
arrow gonna break?
a powerful arrow that looks like a beam of light.
Wait, what was
You
Mark's
can perform
help
this
at?
move by keeping the button held down. You charge up power like so.
Oh, I like
Charge a
this
bit
map
more,
also.
And then fire.
I like it a lot.
But again, you'll need to take care
I'm a
when
big
using
fan of
this
flat
move.
maps. With,
For one,
I'm a big
when
fan
you've
of
powered
flat
up the move
maps
to
with
its
no
max,
fall.
There's no way to cancel
Like
out of it.
the Wii Fit.
Not even with the shield button.
Like the Wii Fit
In
training
other words,
room.
you're committed to firing it. So you see, a situation like this is pretty terrible.
Ooh, okay. So yeah, there's some good nerfs. There are some really good nerfs
Once
on
you've
this
entered
character.
the stand, you won't be able to do anything,
I feel like Byleth.
which means it's quite the risky attack to use against fighters who have a move with a reflector effect. But you could always just aim into the fray, as it is, after all, a long-range move, letting you deal a sudden blow to opponents. So you need to think carefully when using this projectile weapon. Byleth's final smash is called Progenitor God Ruptured Heaven.
Okay.
In the original game,
Let's
there's
see
a
this
move
final
called Ruptured
smash.
Heaven. This is an enhanced version.
I feel like Byleth is very well balanced.
As you can see, you team up with the
Okay.
mysterious Sothis and launch an attack together.
It's one that actually takes them out at 0 health. So I like those. I like those final smashes.
Now,
I think
let's
if you
talk about
land
the
it, you
color
deserve the
variations.
KO.
It's set up so that the default and odd-numbered color variations are male, while the even-numbered ones are female. However, the third, fourth, and fifth colors are, as you can see, reminiscent of the house leaders. Those of you who played the original game will of course understand what I'm referring to. The sixth color is based on Sothis, who you just saw earlier. And the seventh and eighth variations have a different hair color, which is based on something that occurs in the course of the original game's story. Didn't we see this variation in the final smash?
I dig these combos, or I dig these outfit combinations. Like a lot of times, it's just like a basic color change. This is like resembles 8 different characters. I'll take that.
Next, I'll introduce the stage. For this one, we of course tried to recreate the place where you spend most of the game, Areadbhar Monastery.
I sit up all night, so my eyes like hurt a little.
This is
bit.
how Areadbhar Monastery is laid out in the original game.
Grabbing my glasses.
From these, we chose to have it cycle through the marketplace, reception hall, bridge, and cathedral, all in one stage. It's the type of stage that rotates through different areas, such as these 4. Let me introduce each of the guests that appear in these 4 areas. The first area is the marketplace. I think this is where a lot of people come to do their shopping. The guests that appear here are students of the Blue
man.
Lion's house, Dimitri, Dedu, and Ingrid. Not Dimitri, Dudu, or Ingrid. Their names are a bit difficult to say.
Doo-doo.
They're largely from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Since it's a kingdom, that means they have a monarchy. For that reason, I guess you could say Dimitri is the future king.
Like a
He had quite a
5-year-old.
difficult life and may or may not
Doo-doo
end
is
up
from
with just one eye.
Fardus.
He's an unfortunate one, that one.
Sometimes
There
you
are
think it's
vendors
just
on
gonna
either
be a
side.
Fardus, but then it's
In
actually
the
a
original
doo-doo.
game, these are important booths where you buy all sorts of things.
There's a
But,
glare in my lens. I'll take them off.
here you can break them, you see. If you do break them, the stage will expand to the left and right.
That's cool. Okay, so
I
is
wonder
this
where
the
people will
s-
buy their supplies now.
Is this the same stage as the one where they were in that church?
And in the background, you can see the gatekeeper. You often pass through this area in Fire Emblem 3 houses, and you end up talking to him a lot. Moving through these areas is possible thanks to this mysterious platform. Just when it seems like you've come to a stop, you'll come crashing back down. You've broken through the ceiling and slammed into the building.
So can you
And
die
the
on a
guests in the
fall?
reception hall
Like
are
when that
Edelgard,
goes up,
Dorothea,
if you
and
knock
Petra,
someone off the
Black
side,
Eagle.
will they fall, or does
Take note,
the
it's
ground
not spelled
completely extend
Edelgard.
still?
They're from the Adrestian Empire,
I still love that.
and as such, they
that
embrace their
doo-doo is from the
military might.
Fardus.
Edelgard is one of the characters who is central to the conflict.
Should I stream 3
Depending
houses?
on the path you take, she'll go through some terrible ordeals. You'll notice there are prominent chandeliers above the stage. it's possible to knock them down.
Okay. So we have some little Mac vibes there.
However, Byleth can't actually reach it, even though it's their stage. You can reach it with other fighters, though. So,
That's
it's
interesting.
nice if you can work your way up there by getting lucky and being launched up, or perhaps by using another fighter as a stepping stone.
So that
There we
mobile
go.
range.
I made it. And you can knock it down.
That's interesting. On their own stage, you're not gonna.
Also,
have
you
them
can
reach
break
the
this
top.
table,
That's kind of funny.
like so. Just like the sign that reads Fudin Kazan in the Suzaku Castle stage, it can break if you launch the opponent into it at close range. Next
Yeah.
up,
So
the
there.
bridge.
So can you
The
fall
camera
off the
rotates
side
90
right there,
degrees, creating
or
this long area.
does it extend?
It's
all
very
the
wide
way?
indeed.
Because that's super important. By super important,
It's
I mean
similar
super
to the bridge of
important to know.
Elden stage. The guests are from the Golden Deer.
Hey,
Claude,
it's Mimosa.
Hilda, and Lawrence. They belong to the Leicester Alliance.
Mimosa. Hilda looks like Mimosa from Black Clover,
Because it's an alliance of many noble families, you
who
could
is in
say that they
the
have a wide
who is in the
assortment of
Golden
members.
Dawn, not the
And
Golden
Claude
Deer.
is the sharpest of the bunch.
And there's a Klaus.
Incidentally,
which is almost
both Claude and Hilda are the names of characters
that's
that appear in
interesting.
Genealogy of the Holy War, the 4th title in the Fire Emblem series. I guess once you've reached the 17th game and are creating 40 characters for each new entry, you're bound to get a bit of name overlap. The naming process must be tough. Hey, it looks like the Pegasus Knight is busy training.
This is so interesting.
As for the bridge's
I've
design,
never played one
it's just
Fire
a long
Emblem
pathway,
game,
plain and
but-
simple. You can expect plenty of blows to be exchanged at the edges of the screen. You could also say
Dude,
it's a
that
place
arrow
where the
is
Failnaught
deadly,
really
man.
shines. And in this
Granted,
sense,
he was
I think
already
it
at the very
suits
edge of the
Golden
fray,
Deer perfectly.
but still.
The last area is the Cathedral, only with some platforms you can pass through. The guests appearing in the Cathedral are Sedith, Flayn, and Rhea. There's Sedith, who appears to have an extremely strong bond with his sister, Flayn. She seems to be under the protection of him and Rhea, who you can see fighting during the opening of Fire Emblem Three Houses. All three have character quirks related to their true identities.
Rhea looks like
I feel that
Palutena.
Flayn might be saying shush at this point, so I'll leave it at that.
she looks like a more anime version of Palutena.
This is a simple area of the stage. All it has are these platforms. Being the last area, it may be a place where some intense battles will be waged.
Okay, so there's simple
It'll
platforms.
cycle through each location
but
in
still-
about 2.5 minutes.
So there's no falling. I like those types of maps a lot. Because it just changes the dynamic,
Okay,
you know?
today we'll have a tag
can
team
rely
battle
on-
in Squad Strike
Oh,
with the
let's see
DLC
this.
team pitted against Fire Emblem protagonists from throughout the ages. That'll give us precisely 5 players per side. Alright, here
That's
we go,
cool. It's the
Joker.
whole DLC.
Joker!
Why
And
did he-
Hero!
Oh, so
Gee,
she's
you really made a lot, huh?
she's about to be really OP.
By now,
if
I think
he's,
you know
if
what I'm
he's
doing.
KOing all of them.
But basically, I'm trying to defeat all 5 opponents with just the Professor here. But as expected, it's going to be a pretty tough battle, so I'm using anything I can get my hands on.
And then the arrow. Yep.
It's not gonna
okay,
land that
see,
easy.
you can already tell the play style.
Uh-oh, this is bad.
Okay, he's gonna launch him up probably.
Mannequins.
Ooh. So yeah, watch. He's gonna string together
I
the
better keep my
combo
distance.
where he does the upswing, the
I'll use this chance to attack.
whip.
Got him.
My goodness, man,
That's scary. He's
That's-
invincible for a moment here.
terrifying.
Lots of explosives. Ouch.
Okay, so she does have a lot of time, like in between
Perfect
some
shield
of
of
these
that, huh?
moves.
Good
So
one.
that's why you need to take advantage of that reach.
If I do
Because
this
you need
like
you need to
this,
take
or
advantage of
like
that
so.
reach because
No anti
every
huh? There. The soccer
Oh
ball
my
connected.
gosh, man.
Good. There's Mom.
Small.
You're in a good spot, Mom.
But yeah, so you have to take advantage of that reach because some of
I
these
shouldn't
moves
have
are a
taken
little
that.
slow.
Gardevoir. Well, I guess no one uses projectiles. At this point, it doesn't matter if Gardevoir's there or not.
And then he's gonna finish it with the final smash.
I feel like the enemy might get this smash ball. See? They got it.
He's gonna beat that smash ball
But I
out.
mustn't give up. I can't waste the chance.
What?
There's another smash ball. Yes, got it. Now, what are you charging up for?
Oh my goodness.
There's still more. Whack. Go on, you can take the hammer, but it's mine. Although I'm scared I might get hit with a counter in this state. I hit him.
Yo, that was terrifying.
I was trying to fight using Byleth's abilities alone, but what matters is that I won.
That was absolutely terrifying. One,
it can be fun to play like this, especially in tag team. So I think
Sakurai's
it's a good idea
already.
to try
We already know
imposing
he's
different
really
types
good.
of challenges
We've seen
on
him
yourself.
play with 2 characters
end.
on 2 controllers at the same time. But like, what?
Now, about the additional music. Since it's from the Fire Emblem series, we'll be adding each of the new tracks to all the Fire Emblem stages. There are already a lot of Fire Emblem tracks in the game. Our selection this time has been made taking those existing tracks
This is the
into
last Smash
consideration.
Bros ever.
11
We're just gonna
songs are
get
being
DLC.
added.
We're just gonna get. Oh, I hope
This
they
includes an
announce
arrangement of the
not
main
just
theme
another
in both
fighter
Japanese
pass.
and
I
English.
hope they announce a
I hope
campaign
you'll enjoy these
DLC,
as well.
like Subspace Emissary 2 or something.
We're also adding in a new spirit board. It includes the house leaders among some of the other popular characters.
Okay, I'm interested to see what these stickers do.
Sothis is Legend class. Also, there's a new Classic Mode route, a Heroic Legacy, which is designed to let you enjoy classic Fire Emblem stages from throughout the series' history.
That's cool.
The final battle is against Master Hand and Crazy Hand, but you'll find that something pretty amusing happens, so look forward to that. Now for the Mii Fighter costumes. Please take a look.
It's not a fight against Taboo. That wouldn't be amusing. All right, moment of truth. Let's rub it for good luck, guys. Rub it for good luck. My Gonda Chris custom. Yo! Oh, is that Assassin's Creed or no? It looks like Altair is its own game. Yo, it's the original Minions, pre-Despicable Me. Okay, nice. I always dig a Mega Man costume. Okay, like I said, I know there's no rules. I know there's no, like, if you're a Mii fighter, it doesn't mean that you can't be a character. But we've yet to see it happen. So this is a little rough because I really wanted to see Cuphead in Smash. I mean, that is Cuphead in Smash, I guess. How funny would it be? How funny would it be if Cuphead is he's a Mii fighter costume, but then the mug gets to be
This time we're
his own
releasing a
character.
Cuphead costume. And for those of you who purchased the Cuphead costume, an additional song will be added. It's called Floral Fury, and it's the theme that plays when fighting Cagney Carnation. I hope
That's
you
cool.
enjoy these as well. After purchasing a costume, I recommend using the sharing feature.
This is so much more
If someone
ambitious
has
than the
created a Mii
MCU.
fighter, you can play using the costume it's wearing immediately after you download it. And now, onto the amiibo. The color palette for Dark Samus looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Yo!
Dark Samus and Richter are planned for release on Friday, January 17th.
Forget Richter. Forget Richter. Dark Samus looks tight. Oh my gosh. Dark Samus looks so cool.
And now, with the addition of Byleth, the Fighter's Pass is finally complete.
Okay.
The lineup was Joker,
Fighter
Hero,
Pass 2.
Banjo and
let's get an
Kazooie,
announcement.
Terry Bogard,
That would be so
and
nuts.
Byleth. From more than 70 fighters, only 5 have been added. But I must say, this game has always been an exceptional experience. And since the roster was already so large to begin with, right from the start, we intended to make the most out of the new gameplay mechanics and so on. There really were a lot of new mechanics, weren't there?
So they
When we
introduced all
add a
these
new
new
fighter,
characters
we don't
with
simply
different
make their
mechanics
attacks
on
or their movements
purpose.
a little different. Instead, we try to offer you a whole new style of play.
So they're all vastly different from each other. So that way, the next set of Mii fighters they get can totally
As I
steal
stated,
moves.
we'll continue to release more DLC fighters down the line.
About that future
I had
DLC
thought that
content.
1 or 2 might suffice, but, well, have a look.
Yes! Yes, this is what I was waiting for. Come on, give us a hint. Give us a hint for one of them. Please. 5. Is it only gonna be 5? 6!
Looks like there will be one more fighter than last time.
That's 6 more
For this
chances for
reason,
Sora,
we will
guys.
be releasing the
All
Super
right.
Smash Bros.
All right.
Ultimate
We
Fighters
got-
Pass Volume
I'll-
2.
we
It
got
will be available for pre-purchase
Sora,
on the date shown, so
Master
please keep an eye
Chief,
out.
Doom Guy,
And now that it's official, we
Minecraft
intend to move
Dude,
ahead with development.
Fortnite, and
Of course,
Crash.
like last time, the
That's-
contents will remain unknown for now, and I'm personally very sorry that we have to release Fighters Pass Volume 2 when the details have yet to be revealed. Like last time, I'd be very grateful if, despite that, you would understand why and purchase it. Furthermore, the new additions have already been decided. Even if I receive many requests regarding potential candidates on Twitter, I'm afraid it would be very hard to consider them.
So don't spam Sakurai, guys. Don't
But I
complain to
still hope
Sakurai.
you'll look forward to it.
He's already decided. Whoever
We're
we
also
get,
including a bonus
we're
with
gonna be
Fighters
happy.
Pass Volume 2.
We're gonna be
Last
happy.
time, it was a Rex costume. But this time, here's what we have.
Yo!
It's a Mii Fighter costume for Mii Sword Fighter, the ancient soldier gear from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Yo!
This will not be for sale individually, so it can only be acquired as part of Fighters Pass Volume 2.
That looks so slick. Oh man, Breath of the Wild's the best game ever made. So, there's another announcement.
It's been reported that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the highest selling fighting game in the world. Personally, I don't know if it counts as simply a fighting game, but I guess it's seen as a fighting game around the world.
Remember, Sakurai made it to be a party game, not a competitive
Seems like
fighting
Street Fighter
game.
2 was in the lead for a while, but now Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has surpassed it in total sales.
Well deserved.
However, I'm not sure if this is accurate. There were 5 versions of Street Fighter 2, or 6 to 7 if we really want to get into the weeds. Plus, there's the arcade versions and the 25 ports to other systems, so I don't know if that's been accounted for. Also, I don't know if that really qualifies as one game. It's up for discussion. So, who knows? But when it comes to a single piece of software, it seems like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is number 1.
It's awesome. Well deserved. We knew that.
Although,
but-
I still don't know if it can really be called just a fighting game. I feel like it's become more than a fighting game, some sort of celebration of gaming or something else entirely.
Celebration of gaming. I love it. That is
Also,
100%
I
true.
feel a deep attachment to the 5 DLC fighters. The first Fighters Pass just wrapped up, but it was decided that there will be more DLC, which means no breaks for me. I plan to keep working hard, so I hope you can continue to support us.
All right, how many
That's it.
fighter passes
Thank
do you guys
you.
think we're gonna get? Thank you, Sakurai. Thank you so much. Is that really it? Yep, it looks like it is. It looks like it is. Until the video ends, though. Thanks for watching. This is the biggest troll This is the biggest troll of all time. Or I guess it'd be this way since it's the camera. This is the biggest troll of all time. And let me. He's looking at the elbow, right? That'll be a good thumbnail. But that is the biggest troll of all time, and I am here for it. I am 100% here for it. I love it so much. All right, let's talk about it for a few minutes. I got to do some stuff soon, but I am going to... This video is unavailable. Okay, that's fine, because I am going to drop myself down. There we go. All right. So, I can't see where I am. Am I centered? There we go. All right, move that a little bit. What do you think? Man. This is a very interesting character. I dig the handicaps that are built in. It's smart. And especially too, the game, people don't realize games reward you for playing well. So if you don't understand what I mean by that, if you fight close range with this character, you're gonna get hurt. If you're too close, these moves take too long to spin or do that or whatever. They take too long, so you're gonna get hurt. You're gonna get fought. You're gonna get jacked up. So the game rewards you for playing properly, for playing in the most efficient way. But what do? They put the highest damage point at the very end of the spear. So because of that, you're going to be playing at a distance. You're going to be, you want to get the most damage, so you're going to put yourself at a distance to get that proper hit. But what that ends up doing is it's also coaching you built in. It's like built-in coaching, teaching you how to play properly. Because again, when you're too close, you're going to get jacked up on all of these big sweeping moves. So that's so interesting. It's kind of like how in Super Mario Bros, you're always in the middle of the screen, but the game starts with you all the way to the left, and then you run to the middle, and then it starts scrolling. It puts you all the way on the left, so that way you understand I need to run to the right. By putting the highest impact point at the very tip of the spear, that's telling you, okay, I want to make sure I'm a proper distance away to get that. But that also keeps you safe. So I don't know why I can't think right now. I can't even think of who XJ9 is. Yeah, this is XJ9. Who's XJ9? What game's from? Tell me about him. But yeah, this is an interesting character. I'm very excited to practice with him. And I think my favorite's that combo. I think you can get some sick combos. I really think you're going to be able to string together some nice stuff. I forget the direction that the smash was, but it's the shortest range one with the sword, where you sweep in an entire circle. I think was that a down smash? Either way, if you use that one, or was that a tilt? I think it was a tilt. But you use that, it knocks them away in the direction you use that. I think you can follow that up with the whip, which then takes you right to them, which then gets you 2 hits because that results in a meteor smash. But if their damage isn't that high, it launches them even higher. Like, I just think there's a lot of stuff you can do with this. Being able to drop down with the arrow is huge, especially if you're not playing one-on-one. It's huge. I should say. Against one person, if they don't have a reflect or a parry, if they have a reflect or a parry, it can be really useful, because you might start it and then realize, oh no, like, they're totally gonna get this. They caught on to me. I didn't get it off in time. Drop and then shoot it, so that way you're getting around Star Fox's reflect. Like if you're on Battlefield, for example, and you're both on the platform and you're just about to shoot the arrow and he's just chilling there, it's like you can drop down and fire it before he has a chance to drop down and get his reflect up. So that is helpful there. That helps you escape. Yeah, my favorite Smash fighter, or my favorite Smash DLC fighter, probably Banjo. I haven't played too much, just with getting all the YouTube stuff up and running and being in my first year. I finally finished my first whole year as a voiceover talent. So I'm really proud of that, because I quit my job last January. It was January 2019. It was the beginning. January 10th was my last day. And that's now been over a year that I've been doing voiceover full time. So that makes me really happy. But in exchange with that, I haven't had as much time to play Smash as I would like. Thankfully, taking over a YouTube channel helps with that, because I'm going to be streaming a lot. I'm still ironing out the schedule. But do you guys want to see me stream Three Houses now that this character's out? I'm going to be streaming Pokemon. I'm going to be streaming, what's it called? Pokemon Shield. I just bought that. I haven't played it yet. But back to Smash Bros. It's super interesting also that this character, that they have that their own level, they can't get to the top. I think that's kind of funny. But no, I think essentially there's a good amount of handicaps built into this guy. So I think there's the potential to be S tier, especially which we saw what Sakurai did. But also, again, Sakurai's not really a good source to gauge things off of, because we also saw him play two characters with two controllers at the same time. So he's kind of OP. I still think about that every time I think about this game. But I want to see this character versus Banjo, because Banjo's side smash, it gets the precedence over like every other move ever. So how do they compete against each other? And also too, with the range, like, is that range enough to be far enough away from Banjo where, you're fighting far enough from Banjo, so when he tries to side smash you, you're able to get back or jump or dodge quick enough where it's like you see him coming, because you're not just right next to him and then boom. It's so interesting, man. I'm really excited. I think I'm gonna be exploring these fight past characters a lot. And same with Piranha Plant, 'cause Piranha Plant's range is huge. So when you have a high range character like Piranha Plant versus this guy, it's like who wins out? Is that range advantage lost? And same with like against other gunners like Star Fox. Actually, yeah, Star Fox is the perfect example. Star Fox has a reflect, but then Star Fox also has projectile. So if you stay away at range, their only range move that they can use to get you is that arrow, is that bow and arrow. But then you could just kick on your reflect and knock that back. So against a character like that, the arrow's going to take so long to reach them that they're guaranteed to reflect it. You probably don't want to be shooting your projectile at them too much. But then with that said, he can still shoot you with his blaster. Yeah, it doesn't do that much damage, but I'm just curious how a character like that, because all he has to do is pick away at you. And is this an annoying strategy? For sure. But all Star Fox would have to do, I feel like, is just keep the distance no matter what. Just keep the separation and fire off as many shots as he can until you get up close with an opening, probably from underneath. If there's platforms, it seems like underneath would be the best way to take this guy out. But, oh, man, this is a good announcement. I did not know there were 17 games in Fire Emblem. Hopefully, nothing against Fire Emblem. Again, this character looks awesome. So nothing against Fire Emblem, because I'm super happy that this character is in the game now that I've seen everything and seen Sakurai play with him. But also, I have not played Fire Emblem, and there's 17 games, so I'd have to play a lot to get to know all of these characters. So you clearly want characters that in the games that you love. So that's not really a complaint. That's just my personal preference. I hope that we don't really see any more Fire Emblem characters unless I start playing the game, then I don't care. But I would love to see. Okay, so we have 6. Let's end it with the final prediction. We have 6 fighter pass characters in the second DLC, and they are already decided. So I'm thinking, let's see. So we have Joker, we have Banjo, we have Terry, we have the hero, and then we have this guy. I keep saying this guy because I forget the name. I thought it was, I know like the gist of it, but I forget the whole thing. I keep wanting to say Byleth, but that doesn't sound right. So that's why I keep saying this guy. But they are all from different games, and Fire Emblem is a Nintendo property. Oh yeah, and Piranha Plant. Duh. Well, no, he wasn't part of the Fighter Pass. What am I talking about? This is so interesting. So my final prediction, I'm gonna head out, is we're gonna see a new Pokemon from Sword and Shield. We're gonna see one of them. We are going to see. I really believe we're gonna see. If not Sora, some Kingdom Hearts character, because Banjo was like the most heavily requested character, and he got in. So it's not like Sakurai's just like, oh, people are requesting them, I don't want to include them. He just has his own way of deciding. But with that said, he's clearly listening because we got Banjo. So I think a new Pokemon, Banjo, a Kingdom Hearts character, most likely Sora. I could see the Fortnite guy. I really could. Because Fortnite is just that big, and it's on the Switch. And it's like the only Switch game. I think it's the only Switch game you can play online without Nintendo Switch Online. So that leaves 2 people. I could see Spyro. Not positive, but I definitely could see Spyro, you know. And then same with, I don't know about Rayman. Okay, the 6th DLC character. I feel like that's going to be someone out of left field like these other guys were. So let me think about some classic games. Let's see. It could be another Fatal Fury character. I could see that for sure. Or let's think. Oh, okay. My number 6 is the monsters from Rampage, and it's straight up when you change the costume, or when you change the color, that cycles between the wolf and the gorilla. Like, that is my, yeah, because that's just such a classic. 100%. I think we're gonna see the Rampage monsters as a character. So we have a new Pokemon character. These are my predictions, my final predictions. A new Pokemon character from Sword and Shield. More specifically, a new Pokemon character from the Sword and Shield expansion. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So new Pokemon character, Spyro, Rampage, Sora, and then the other 2. I forgot my predictions. I'm thinking hard. I didn't make this list ahead of time. Okay, how long? So with all that being said, thank you so much for joining me, and let me know in the comments, how long do you think until we see the next character? And is it just going to be one character, or are we going to see like 2 showcased at the same time or something like that? I don't know. I would love to see multiple characters, especially since there's 6. You know, we could see 2 at the same time. But so yeah, let me know how long you think it's going to be until we see the next Fighter Pass. How long do you think it's going to be until this character, like, what am I saying? Let me know how long you think it's going to be until we see the next Fighter Pass. Let me know what you think about this new character, and go play with them, and then come back and comment and be like, yo, they're awesome, or be like, kind of sucked. You know, who knows? I haven't played with them yet. I don't know. And yeah, guys, I think that's it. So again, I just want to thank you so much for joining me today. And it says on the bottom, we got our Discord. I need to promote that more because we have an awesome, growing, thriving community with you guys. And I'm not pushing the Discord as much as I need to, but I am on Discord all the time. So that is the best way to get a hold of me. Also, let me know if I should upload a video today because I have a bunch of videos that I was about to upload. Then I decided to live stream this morning instead. Do you want an upload also? If I get enough comments today, I'll upload it. If not, you'll hear about my Ring Fit misadventures tomorrow. Because oh yeah, that was a fun time. I'll probably upload it tonight. We'll see. Who knows? With all that being said, thank you so much for joining me. And I cannot wait until next time. I'll catch you guys there. Stay awesome. Then awkwardly lean forward and hit the end stream button